What if there were places on Earth so secret, so dangerous, or so sacred that ordinary people are forbidden from entering them? Across our planet exist locations hidden behind military fences, protected by ancient traditions, guarded by deadly wildlife, or sealed away to preserve priceless treasures. These are places where curiosity collides with strict boundaries, where a single step in the wrong direction could lead to arrest, danger, or even death. From isolated islands untouched by modern civilization to mysterious government facilities surrounded by conspiracy theories, these forbidden realms have captured humanity's imagination for generations. In this journey, we'll explore 10 of the world's most restricted zones, places few people will ever see with their own eyes. Each location tells a unique story of secrecy, protection, survival, and mystery. Welcome to Forbidden Realms, the world's most restricted zones. Deep within the Andaman archipelago of the Indian Ocean lies one of the most isolated places on Earth, North Sentinel Island. For an estimated 60,000 years, the Sentinelese people have lived here with virtually no contact with the outside world. While humanity built cities, explored space, and connected through technology, this small tribe remained untouched by modern civilization. Attempts to approach the island have repeatedly been met with hostility. Outsiders are greeted not with words, but with arrows and spears. The Sentinelese fiercely defend their home and independence. Recognizing the need to protect both the tribe and visitors, the Indian government established a strict exclusion zone around the island. Entering the area without authorization is illegal. North Sentinel Island represents something increasingly rare in our modern age, a society that exists entirely outside the globalized world. It remains one of humanity's final uncontacted frontiers. Off the coast of Brazil sits an island so dangerous that it has earned a chilling nickname, Snake Island. Officially known as Ilha que Mara Grande, this remote island is home to thousands of golden lancehead vipers, one of the world's most venomous snakes. Isolation transformed the island into a unique ecosystem where snakes became the dominant predators. With few natural enemies and abundant bird prey, their population flourished. The venom of the golden lancehead is exceptionally potent. It can cause severe tissue damage, internal bleeding, and organ failure. Legends claim that in some areas, multiple snakes can be found within just a few square meters. Because of the extreme danger, the Brazilian government restricts access to the island. Only specially authorized scientists and researchers are permitted to visit. Snake Island serves as a reminder that nature can create environments far more dangerous than anything humans could imagine. Hidden within the Nevada desert lies perhaps the most famous restricted location in the world, Area 51. For decades, the U.S. government refused to publicly acknowledge its existence, fueling endless speculation and conspiracy theories. Officially, Area 51 is a highly classified military testing facility. It has played a critical role in the development of advanced aircraft and defense technologies. The base is protected by sophisticated surveillance systems, armed security personnel, and strict no trespassing policies. Unauthorized access is treated as a serious offense. Yet, despite official explanations, Area 51 remains surrounded by mystery. Stories involving secret weapons, experimental aircraft, and even extraterrestrial technology continue to capture public imagination. Whether viewed as a military necessity or a source of endless intrigue, Area 51 remains one of the most secretive locations ever created. Beneath the hills of southwestern France lies one of humanity's greatest artistic treasures, the Lascaux Caves. Inside these chambers are remarkable paintings created approximately 17,000 years ago. The walls depict horses, deer, bulls, and other animals with extraordinary skill and detail. The discovery transformed our understanding of prehistoric people, proving that artistic expression flourished long before recorded history. However, the popularity of the caves created a serious problem. Visitors introduced heat, moisture, carbon dioxide, and microorganisms that began damaging the ancient artwork. To preserve these irreplaceable masterpieces, authorities permanently closed the caves to the public in 1963. Today, only a small number of conservation experts may enter under carefully controlled conditions. The restrictions ensure that future generations can continue to learn from one of humanity's earliest artistic achievements. Far above the Arctic Circle, buried deep within frozen mountainsides, stands a structure designed to safeguard the future of civilization. This is the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, often called the Doomsday Vault. It stores millions of seed samples representing crops from around the world. These seeds act as a backup in case natural disasters, wars, climate change, or other catastrophes threaten global food supplies. The vault's location was carefully chosen. Arctic permafrost and remote geography provide natural protection against many potential threats. Access is tightly controlled. Only authorized personnel and representatives from participating seed banks may enter, although few people will ever see its interior. The vault plays a vital role in preserving agricultural diversity and food security. In many ways, Slombard is a time capsule of humanity's agricultural heritage, a silent insurance policy for future generations. Within Vatican City lies one of the most significant collections of historical documents ever assembled, the Vatican Apostolic Archive. Stretching across miles of shelving, the archive contains centuries of correspondence, records, decrees, and manuscripts documenting the history of the Catholic Church and much of the Western world. Among its holdings are letters from kings, emperors, scholars, and religious leaders whose decisions shape the course of history. Because many documents are fragile and historically invaluable, public access is highly restricted. Only qualified researchers and accredited scholars can request entry, and even then, access is carefully regulated. The archive has long been surrounded by myths and speculation. Some imagine hidden secrets capable of rewriting history. In reality, its greatest value lies in preserving humanity's collective memory. Behind these walls rest more than paper and ink. It is a record of centuries of civilization. In the Venetian lagoon stands a small island with a reputation darker than almost any other place in Europe, Poveglia Island. For centuries, the island was associated with disease, death, and isolation. During outbreaks of plague, thousands of victims were sent there to be quarantined. Later, the island housed a psychiatric hospital, adding another chapter to its unsettling history. Stories of suffering, tragedy, and alleged paranormal activity have given Poveglia a reputation as one of the world's most haunted locations. Today, the island remains closed to the public. Visitors are generally prohibited, and the structures continue to decay in silence. Whether one believes the legends or not, Poveglia stands as a powerful reminder of humanity's struggles against disease and fear throughout history. Its abandoned buildings and empty shores continue to fuel stories that refuse to disappear. Hidden within ancient forest in Japan stands one of the country's most sacred religious sites, the Ise Grand Shrine. Dedicated to the Shinto sun goddess Amaterasu, the shrine has been a spiritual center for more than a millennium. Unlike many historic monuments, the shrine follows a remarkable tradition. Every 20 years, it is completely rebuilt using traditional methods, preserving both the structure and the craftsmanship behind it. The innermost sanctuary is considered so sacred that access is extremely restricted. Only members of the imperial family and select high-ranking priests may enter. Most visitors can only glimpse portions of the shrine beyond carefully placed barriers. These restrictions are not about secrecy, but reverence. They help preserve a spiritual atmosphere that has endured for centuries, making Ise one of Japan's most respected and protected religious sites. Our final destination is perhaps the most mysterious of all. Within North Korea exists an organization known as Room 39, a secretive entity believed to operate behind the scenes of the country's economy. Information about Room 39 is scarce, and much of what is known comes from defectors, intelligence reports, and investigative journalism. According to numerous accounts, the organization has been linked to generating foreign currency for the North Korean leadership through a variety of legal and illicit activities. Access to information is tightly controlled, making independent verification difficult. This secrecy has transformed Room 39 into one of the most enigmatic organizations in the modern world. As our journey through the world's most restricted zones comes to an end, one thing becomes clear: forbidden places captivate us because they sit beyond the boundaries of ordinary experience. They remind us that despite our satellites, maps, and technology, mysteries still exist. Hidden behind fences, traditions, governments, and geography are places that continue to challenge our understanding of the world. Thank you for joining this exploration of Earth's most restricted realms.